Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Oh my gosh, it is today another episode of me trying to do something with this. Holy cow, there is so much. And I'm proud of myself, little accomplishments. It's overwhelming. It is overwhelming. But I did get 2 boxes unpacked today, so you can see I've got more stuffed animals, more critters. Layla's back. We found Layla. Those that are new here, you don't know who Layla is. That is Layla the Love Bug. She has been just a head and a mascot for me in my yarn rooms throughout the years. I started her over a decade ago, and she's just a head. And hubby says I should finish her, and I do have the yarn. I don't know if I have enough, but I do have the actual yarn that she's made of, and I have the pattern. It is by K4TT Fiber Doodles on Ravelry. It is a paid-for pattern. You can still purchase it, but I'm not affiliated, didn't design it, nothing like that. But I do have that somewhere in one of these boxes. I don't know where, but I did show it to hubby right before I put it in one of these boxes to pack to bring to this house. And he's like, you should finish Layla. And I'm kind of afraid if I finish Layla, she will walk off. Layla is a love bug. That's what it is. I had, by that same designer, I did the Love Devil, which is... I don't know if you can see it. It's above this red cone right here. So this red right here, that's it. But it's needs to be turned around. But so fun little critters as far as that goes. I did fill up more of the stuff for the cotton. It's not all cotton, but I do have more in there. And just having fun with all of this stuff. It's been doing really well. Another fun thing, in my world anyway, we got our baseboards put in the other yarn room. This is supposed to be the overflow yarn room, but truthfully, I'm not sure. I'll end up putting more things in here, but with the shelving and stuff like that, they're both going to have about the same amount of shelves and about the same amount of area that I'm going to be putting yarn on. This room is a smaller room, but it is wall to wall. Well, not really wall to wall. I've got this 5x5 cube. I've got a 5x5 cube behind you. It's not stuffed full yet, but then again, I got a lot of boxes, and I have a 4x3 cube right here. That's what this one is. Yeah, that's what that one is. So I do have that. In the other room, I'm going to have 3 of these 5x5 cubes all lined up, just covering one wall. And I don't have the ability, well, we can do anything we want, but I'm not going to do that. I don't have the ability to line all of the entire perimeter of the room that I'm going into, because it was originally designed as a sunroom, and you've got that whole bank of windows. Now, most of the time when I'm not in there, I'll have the curtains and everything down, but I don't want to cover them. I don't want to lose that ability to open those up and just add so much light and just gloriousness into such a bright and happy space. So, we're gonna have to figure this out. I don't really know. It's crazy. I've got 2 rooms dedicated. I will have 2 rooms dedicated, but yet not as much of the shelving. And my previous room, I had stuff floor to ceiling. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It was just packed, stuffed full. But let's go and look at the other room. All right, so we just moved all of those boxes that were in the very center of the room, and we shoved them towards the end and the back. Look at that. Can we see this? Can we see the baseboards? Isn't that nice? Let's go closer. Cool, huh? Nice, done. So now we can build the IKEA shelves. We've got 2 of them, and yeah, I don't think all of that is gonna fit. I've got to order 1 more because I put it in the other room. But here we go. Look at this mountain. And way back over here, I know I should have turned that light on. See the little kidney-shaped desk and the chair? Yeah, that's gonna be my little office space. Got our internet over there. This does open. That is really pretty. Enters in a lot of light. We did have the comments about, let me go up, that sunlight, is it gonna bleach my yarn? I have no idea. So I'll have to watch when I'm in here what that does. And if it does put rays of light to where it looks like it's gonna hit the yarn, then maybe I'll end up having like a sheet or something over it. Who knows? But we'll figure something out. And then as far as with these, every one of those long things, those are curtains. Those are all windows. So obviously when I'm not in here, I just close it. That's what I did in my last yarn room. I opened up the windows when I was in there and closed it otherwise. But yeah, That's a lot of boxes. I don't know where all that's, how did I have all of that? And then this, that's my books right here, all the book boxes that went on the 2 shelves, and I just don't understand it. And I'm telling you, those little tiny cubes of book boxes and magazines, those things are heavy. Ooh, that's heavy. Yeah, we just have stuff, just so very much stuff. We're getting there. So I just wanted to show this as kind of like a little bit of a before or another before, especially those baseboards. We're getting there. And it is time for me to throw something on this floor and see what I can do on building an IKEA cube. Wish me luck, everybody. Wish me luck. All right, so yeah, there we go. I've got huge amounts of boxes, huge amounts of everything else that needs to get dealt with. Oh my goodness. It is just absolutely wow. But now that the baseboards are done, it's time to start working on those IKEA shelves. We do have, I bought originally, I had all this stuff shipped because that's a lot of boxes and it's heavy. We bought 4 of these big 5x5 cubes because I was planning on doing 3 in the other room and 1 in here. And I bought 1 of the 4x3s. And so, you know, I've got a few of them put together. We still have 2 of those large cubes that need to be put together in the other room. And we were waiting on that until the baseboards got done. So it's time to start working. So here we have it. He's trying to hide out of the way, but he can't. I'm blocking the door. He's been helping me. This is what we have so far. I am out of breath. The dogs decided, hey, it was time to go for a walk. We got a little bit done. Did we have any issues with any of them, honey?
No, none at all.
None at all. It's been great. There we go. We at least have it on the carpet. And yeah, it's going to go way back over there in the corner. So we only have 2 of these things at the house. I got to order some more, and he's got to order a bunch of IKEA stuff. I don't know where everything's going. But like I said, all that is not going to fit there. I don't understand how it fit in the room that it did. I don't get it. You have any clue, sweetie?
You stuffed it in there tight.
Good. What was that?
You stuffed it in there tight.
Yes, I did. Oh my gosh. Do you have any words of wisdom for me?
Yeah, stuff it in there tight.
Oh my God. I don't think it's going to fit.
Oh, you'll figure it out.
Oh my gosh. Well, there we go. So back at it. That's my break. Back at it. Yeah, progress. Okay. There's some progress. We're doing the IKEA stuff. Oh my goodness. That is just, oh yeah, that is a lot. That is an absolute lot. That's exhausting. It took a lot longer to get those done than I was hoping. All right, guys, we see the carpet is now empty and the shelf is over here. We now have 1 5x5 cubicle for the IKEA shelving. And I'm not going to lie. I'm going to try to come over here. I am not going to lie. That like to whoop my backside, me and hubby both, but we got it. Here we go. It's up. It's up against the wall. There's our water faucet. We've got to cap that off. Yes, that is an actual water faucet. If you turn the handle, it will flood it. It will definitely flood, but it's okay. It's the quirkiness of this house. We absolutely love it. So I'm exhausted. I'm just exhausted. Thanks. Oh my goodness. It really did. You want to know the truth? Okay. Some of you, not all, but some of you will know exactly what I'm talking about when I say this. Are you in a particular shape? It's not a nice thing to say. Are you in a particular shape that maybe tying your own shoes is a struggle? Some of us know what we're talking about. Some of us understand that concept. Okay, so this was worse than tying my shoes. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. You're tapping in all of those little dowels and stuff, and you know, like either bending over or not. And yeah, it was like trying to tie my shoes extensively, like all over the place. And if you know, you know, okay? If you know, you know. You know what I'm talking about. Some of you know. I know you do. Some of you know. Others are like, what is she talking about? You know, maybe we can fill those people in the comments. I don't know. But that's what it was like. So hubby and I were both in there trying to work on that. And yeah, you can tell with me sliding along, I had the rug down and everything. My knuckles aren't as bad this time as when I was in this. This carpet on the knuckles is rough. That carpet was just a rug that we had previously and everything. So I used that to protect the floors, protect the shelf. And that's not going to stay in that spot, but it was good for what it was good for. I'm not sure where that rug's going to go in this house. I don't know. We did not get anywhere near as much unpacking as we wanted to. That's okay. I did some stuff. I got 2 boxes of yarn taken care of, 2 boxes put away, and that is just absolutely amazing. I also found and identified more yarn that will be in future giveaways. And before, oh, I gotta go look at that. Before we started building the IKEA shelves, you know how sometimes you can see, and like the boxes will have like a handhold, and you can kind of see a little bit in there. I saw some purple plastic. And you're like, well, what does that have to do with anything? Okay, that's what my shipping stuff is in purple. And somebody had claimed a prize and it had gotten shipped, it got packed. So as soon as I open that and everything, I will be able to ship that to them. So that's wonderful. And I know that my purple packages like that and the green from Aberdeen are all packed together. So that's exciting. So I think I know where that's at. So look for that. I'm going to go ahead and pull that box aside really quickly before I forget. But once I do that, I can make good on the giveaways that I had, draw winners on that, and I'll do more. As soon as I do that, there will be another giveaway video. There will be another giveaway video. I have lots and lots of yarn that I have identified that I am going to share. Do you want to see some of it? Okay, so I've got this box. Ugh. I have shown it before. And speaking of, like, we had the cotton cube. All right, now I don't know how much you guys are interested or whatever, but I have all of this fun stuff. I had originally, this is cotton. This is, and it's worsted weight, okay? Oh, no, it's not. It's DK weight, but it's not the fingering. And the only reason I'm saying that is I have a plethora of fingering weight yarn. And there are some of you that like fingering weight yarn. There are a lot of you, I think, that's just my perception, and I could be way off, that prefer thicker yarns, that just, you may appreciate the beauty of the thinner yarns, but that's just not your thing. Kind of like, I appreciate the stuff with bulky yarn, but no, that is not a me thing. I don't want to play with it. Have I? Yes. I have made things with bulky. It's just not my preference. And that's where I think a lot of you, the fingering weight, like I've got a ton of fingering weight yarn. It's just not a favorite for you. But I've got this. This is DK, and this is Cotland Reflections DK, 246 yards for this 100 grams. I have no idea if Knit Picks still sells this. No clue. But that is what it is. This is number 3. This is 70% Tangus. I probably did not pronounce that correctly. Cotton, and 30% linen. Machine wash cold, tumble dry low. And you know, I've got these beautiful colors of this, and it was sitting in, I had it in the other house, and it was in my cotton cube, which was directly behind me, and I emptied that one completely out for you guys one day, and I had all of these beautiful cottons. Well, my idea was to make a beautiful, well, of course, we don't want to make ugly things, right? Of course, the idea is to make something beautiful. But to do a tank top or a shell or something along that line, being that cotton and linen blend, everyone says linen just gets softer and softer. And we know cotton being your favorite comfy, cozy sweater, t-shirt, tank top, what have you, that would be wonderful. Well, I have a ton of yarn. I don't know. I didn't weigh it. So I don't know if that's literal. Like Lori from Armchair Chef, she weighed her yarn. She literally has a ton of yarn. I don't know. And I didn't weigh it. And I don't know. So I can honestly tell you I don't. Because I didn't weigh anything. So you can't prove otherwise, right? I can't prove it either. But this is some of the stuff that I looked at. And it's funny because I looked at it. I'm like, oh, but wait. You know, because we do have another grandchild on the way, right? A little boy. And it's like, but I might want that for him. Well, maybe they're coming up. Family's coming up this weekend, and well, you guys are watching this. They'll be here. I can show it to them, but that doesn't mean that they are interested in this. And I've got a room full of gorgeousness. What I do like about this is the machine washable, though. But I mean, that's just some of the stuff that I found in here. And oh, I've got like this. Did you see this one, the Sweet Divinity? I got this. This is a Hobby Lobby, and beautiful, right? Yarn Bee, Hobby Lobby, Mountain Views. The color, oh, that is gorgeous. And wanted to do a sweater with it. And I think I have a sweater quantity. I don't know. I don't know if I do or I don't. But, I mean, look, there's at least 3 right there. And it's got a lot of yardage, 243 yards. This is the DK weight, and at least that's what it says. And what is this stuff? I don't know, but it's beautiful. And, you know, I don't think I'm going to get to everything. Let's face it, I'm not. So as I'm packing and putting things away, I've put another box aside is what I'm getting at. We're not going to go through all of it, but I put another box aside. So I'm looking forward to finding that other stuff. And I did find the post office where we live, which is good. Okay, my husband showed me where it was. I had no idea. And so I will be able to mail things out. So that's a good thing. I mean, fun things. And oh yeah, that's chores. I have to stop my post office box where it was and set it up where we're at, because yeah, that's a drive. That is no longer a convenient option. So I've got to stop the one. Chores. I'm just saying, change of address, chores, right? No big deal. So I'm having fun with all this stuff and going through all the dreams and everything, and like, oh, what are we going to play with? What are we going to work with? Oh my goodness, there's so much pretty stuff. And I want to share. I mean, that's all there is to it. I want to share. I'm at a point where I have a bunch. I don't know where it's all going to go. And we're going to see. And one of the things too is when I send things out, you can do anything you want. Obviously, if you want a prize, you want a prize. You do whatever you want to with it. But if you make something with it and you share, boy, that'd be really cool. You don't have to, because I mean, hey, that no pressure. And I also found some other things that we were talking about on the Tackle It Tuesday. I've got that hat, that green hat with all the holes. Okay, it's not a hat. It was some weird thing. I'm gonna turn it into a hat. I'm going to do that. So I've got to do that. I found that. I've got the yarn for that. So having a blast with all of this crazy stuff going on here. And yeah, I'm tired. We just got that IKEA shelf done. And we've got another one. Hubby looked at me and he's like, and I don't blame him. Because did I mention it was like tying your shoes for a long extended period of time? We're both like, oh my God. Yeah, I can't tap anymore in. I'm good. I had to take a breather. And then we had to stand it up and move it. We did it. I should have had the camera on that stuff, but I was afraid we might have said some words that were not appropriate. We didn't, but it could have happened. I'm just going to throw that out there. It could have happened, but we got it done. And the best part is we did it together. And that is teamwork. I've put some of these together before myself. I've had girlfriends when I've set up my yarn rooms and they've helped me before, and we've just made it a day and everything. And that's always fun too. But it was fun to just be with my husband today and to do that and to tackle that project. First, we had to move all the boxes out of the way to where we could do it, because this room I've got things to where it's not as easy to build a book case in here right now, because I've got a stack of boxes. Like, see that stack right next to it that goes almost to the ceiling. Yeah, so all this stuff is just taking up a little bit more room, and it's okay. We'll get there. We will get there. And some of you reminded me to go ahead and take a break and take a breather. It'll still be there. This is not perishable or anything, so it's nothing as far as that goes. And I had to remind myself, last time we moved, it took me at least a month to set my yarn room up, and I did not have as much yarn. Okay, that was before Joanne went out of business and I tried to single-handedly outbuy them, or, buy out the company, right? So it was well before then. So I had a lot of yarn, but I didn't have as much. And even that took me a good solid month to get things put away. And that kind of puts things into perspective for me. So we're going to be seeing a lot of stuff. I'm going to be seeing a lot of stuff that I don't know about. For one thing, that whole big stack that you just saw, all of that I've never seen. That's that mystery boxes that my friend gave me. So we'll go through that, but it's just going to be a joy. It is not going to be a rush. It is not going to be a rush. So maybe it'll be like a once a month thing. I don't know. I have no idea, because there's just such an amount and everything. And I was gifted a dozen boxes, so it can be the year of the mystery box and a big party or something. I don't know, but that sounds like fun to me, and not as daunting. That is not as daunting to put away all the stuff and then have that and bring that in and integrate it and see where that goes. That sounds wonderful. And it's something to look forward to. Oh my gosh, because those boxes are big, but something to really look forward to. That's amazing. It can be overwhelming opening. I mean, we opened that tote and it took 2 days to open that one, right? Just that one blue tote. And that one took 2 days to really go through and kind of figure out what it was. All those sock kits. Oh my gosh, those were amazing. So I think that I like the idea of maybe once a month or something. We'll see. We'll see on that. But anyway, those are my ideas. We're going to play it by ear and enjoy playing with the yarn and seeing what we can accomplish. What can we make? What is on your needles and hooks? You know what's on mine? Nothing. Okay, not true, but true. We know that's not true because, hello, I've done the Tackle It Tuesday series, and there's a lot on my needles and hooks. But that doesn't mean I'm working on that, right? That's why they're on that series, because those have been long abandoned. What am I working on right now? Absolutely nothing. I have the socks, right? I always have a pair of socks going, and with the Tackle It series, we found that I had a lot of them that were abandoned too. But I always have something like that going. But is there something that I'm actually constantly working on? Not really. With the move and everything that's going on, it's really sucked up a lot of my time. But it'll pass. It'll pass. And I'll be back to all of this. And it's wonderful. We love our new home. It is so quirky. It is so much fun. I mean, did we notice the water faucet in my yarn room? Yeah, so we need a cap on that, right? Yeah, we need to get a cap on that because I don't want to flood my yarn wall. That'd be bad. But yeah, I mean, we have a lot of weird things. We have a lot of quirky things, and it was stuff like that that made it for us personally. That said, yes, this is our house. There's a lot of oddities. That's a good way to put it. There's a lot of oddities here, and every one of them is charming, and every one of them is amazing, and we're learning light switches. A lot of different light switches. Like, what does this thing go to? Hubby turned on a light switch, and it didn't do anything, which, sometimes they'll go to light sockets and things like that. We know that. And we couldn't find anything in the house that it went to. Okay, fine. Well, we have the garage, a detached garage. Well, the inside light switch was for the detached garage. So you've got the on and off switches in the detached garage, but they were working and then they didn't work because he turned the one off in the house. So he was at least able to correlate. He just thought that, okay, it was working and now the light bulbs burned out, which is a thing. But no, it was here. So we have a lot of things that are, what does this go to? It is absolutely crazy. I think we're going to be learning tricks and secrets and little things for this house for at least a year or more. It's amazing. And the previous owners, there were notes. There's little notes if you open like windows and stuff. There's a note that says, hey, go to this place to turn on the sprinklers. I'm like, that's an odd place for the note, but thank you, right? Go to this here. Here's where you do this. There's little handwritten notes everywhere. And it is just the coolest things because the house is interesting. It is absolutely interesting. There was the previous the previous owners, the gentleman before he retired, he was a contractor. So in his retirement, he didn't stop doing things. So he kept adding onto the house and building onto the house and doing stuff. And yeah, it's a little quirky. It's a little interesting, and we're learning. So we're going to have fun. I've got my yarn. He's got his stuff. We've got a quirky house that fits our quirky personalities, and we couldn't be happier. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be, and I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.